How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Wizardry 5. So let me catch you up real quick on what happened yesterday. Essentially, the whole stream was bunk. It all went kaput. It was bad. It was really bad. Mistakes were made, which is a theme of this playthrough of Wizardry 5. And got incredibly frustrating right there at the end. But it's a new day, it's a new start, and having some patience and perseverance, I think, goes far with any game. Dragonfire X Nova, hello to you. I hope you're doing well today. And JC over on YouTube, welcome. How are you? Sarge Smash, what new depths of pain will we uncover today? I think we've gone past all English variations of the word pain, all English synonyms. We've gone past excruciating, we've gone past insufferable. It's been a long journey thus far. The first Wizardry I've ever played has been pretty difficult. So here's what I've done now. Let me show you. So yesterday, basically had my whole party wiped there at the end of the game. I warped into a wall. I thought I was stuck because all of my items carried by Aragorn, my lead, and my liege, he had the keys, and I could not figure out how to get out of the dungeon. What I should have done, which is contrary to the way that I think about RPGs, again, this is my first wizardry, is should have quit the party, abandoned them in the maze, and then made a new character, gone back after them into the maze, and picked them up again. Instead, I decided to warp, and that was it. So I was like, you know what? Okay, we're going to start from scratch again, because I basically lost everybody. I am going to... Because they weren't just dead, like their bodies were gone. They're in the stone of the walls. So I made a bunch of characters from scratch again using Game Genie. I was not going to start grinding from level 1 all over again. It took me 4 hours to grind my first party up to the point to where I was like, okay, now we can actually go into this dungeon. But we have Boromir as a lord, level 30. Aragorn as a samurai, level 30. Gimli as a lord, level 30. We have Frodo as a neutral thief, level 30. Gandalf, a good wizard, level 30. Legolas, an evil ninja. I had to have a ninja, level 30. And finally, Arwen, another wizard, good, level 30. So a lot of button mashing had been had. Now, Frodo, I'm going to save essentially for, just in case I need to get back into the dungeon and rescue folk. But I am going to get Legolas out into the dungeon. We'll strand him there and then pick him up. Go to quit party. This mechanism of you not being a part of the party, like you not really having an avatar, I think is hard for me to get my brain around, because it's pretty contrary to a lot of the console RPGs that I'm used to playing. But we should be good to go at this point. I also took the time to go and pick up items that had been completely lost thanks to the warp. Gosh, this TV just gets more and more slanted every day. Maybe I need to start looking for a new CRT at some point. It's fun for me to stream off of a CRT, but acknowledging that its original hardware means there's going to be issues. Let me adjust this a little bit right there, something like that. I don't know. It's not going to be perfect today. It never is perfect. If we wanted pixel perfection, we would emulate. But some of the joys of retro gaming are having to deal with things like Game Genies and fun stuff like that. So here's our whole party again. Aragorn, Boromir, Gimli, Gandalf, Arwen, Legolas. That's a samurai, 2 lords, 2 wizards, and a ninja. Should be enough, I think. Adjust one more thing here before we get started. Should be enough, I think, and I hope, to keep going. Let me see what all items we did pick up, though. Oh, yeah, and since we have wizards, now we can identify there. So we've got the orb, the silver key, the brass key, the hacksaw, and the jeweled scepter. I had those yesterday. We've got the bag of tokens. And I don't need this broken item, so we'll just drop that. Okay. So then... I gave the soda to the dude, to the wizard. So we don't need to worry about that either. Just trying to figure out where we left off. It's a formidable team as long as we remain vigilant. Hopefully, vigilance will include not making mistakes like going back to town and auto-saving. That would dramatically change the difficulty of the game if we had multiple save files, but we don't. We gotta use what we do have. Oh, I was able to find the duck. I did not have an item to trade with the duck, so that remains to be done. I need to go and get the rubber duck next. So let's see. Looking here at this guide, I wonder how difficult this is entry compared to others before it. I bet Dragonfire could probably answer that. I know Linguistic Dragon, who is here every once in a while, our editor-in-chief at thepixels.com. That's the-pixels.com. Would be able to answer that as well. The first game saving every step. That is messed up. That's really messed up. You couldn't do anything to avoid mistakes in that case. If you give him a rubber duck, he'll give you the monk wand. So we need to get the rubber duck first. Fall pool, chain door encounter with a guardian. And we did the ruby warlock. We got the jeweled scepter. And then... let's see, I need to get the rubber duck, which is where? Oh, it's purchased, isn't it? That's right. It is purchased. Wizardry 4 is arguably more difficult, while the 1 through 3 are varied. Which, do you find Wizardry 4 the hardest of the bunch? Let me see here. This is most of Wizardry, is me just looking for information. Okay, the Mad Stomper is the dude that I need to find. So he is down in level 3. So to get there, we're going to go ahead and... yeah, we're going to come down here. We'll ought to be pretty beefy at this point and not have to worry too much about regular stuff. Now, compared to thieves, how are ninja at disarming traps? It seemed to me when I was looking at a couple of resources that the natural evolution of the thief was the ninja. Okay, I should be facing... oh, Hercules Squirkly is still around. This guy, he's going down fast, though. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh, a bow, really? Let's see. I've not been buying really anything at this point, just relying on drops. It is a longbow. Okay, let's see if our friend Legolas can use that. He sure can, which makes him a lot more useful as he is in the back row. Beautiful. Love to see it. An old crate. Looks very old. Oh, this is just to get the... bottle again? I guess I don't need that, but we've got it here just in case. Let's see. So I'm going to go this way. And on down here. This ought to be where the... Yes. Okay. This is where I gotta be. Okay, we need to find the Mad Stomper. That is the goal right now. Oh, wrong character to inspect with. This is Vapor Coil. There we go. Looking for the rubber duck. We are, yeah. So we got to find the Mad Stomper. I stole it off him last time. We'll try that again because this is rather expensive. They have lower due to level but can disarm just fine. Okay, great. I feel like this may also be a bit of Dark Souls situation where skills picked up in one entry really prepare you for the others. For sure. We were discussing that in the Discord. By the way, if you are not already in the Discord, what was that? Ding dang dong real black mage. I don't remember what that does. But hey, you're a black mage today. Congratulations, Dan. Dream come true. Discord, if you're not in the Discord, you definitely should be. It's sort of an extension of these streams in that there's a lot of discussion that goes down there. So if you are interested in... Whoa, werebores are ugly. If you're interested in a lot of the topics that we talk about here on stream about things like measuring difficulty and games criticism and video game history and stuff like that, I encourage you to check out the Discord. It's a good time. And let's see. Yeah. Okay. Should be nearby where the Stompy is going to be. I got to go ahead and equip. Not equip, but do all this stuff. Letomorphis? No. It's Mapic, Maporphic, and Loctophyte. Fate? Oh, what? What did I do? It had to be the wrong spell. Darn it. Is that one like warp back to town or something? I don't know what I did. Brain just registered the class upgrade for the thief to Final Fantasy upgrades. Yes! I was going to make the joke online at some point that my favorite Wizardry game is Final Fantasy 1. Which Twitch chat had an edit button. That would be nice, right? We got Legolas back, and he's a ninja now, James. It's true. The ring bearer is there as our backup, but I exited the mage like a yutz. Maporphic always struck me as someone remembering writer's block or something. Oh, Maporphic. Hey, linguistic dragon. There he is. Salutations to you. How the heck are you? Speaking as somebody who is also versed in wizardry. Now, linguistic dragon, good friend of mine, but definitely my CRPG confidant. So anytime I don't know something about a CRPG, I give this dude a call. I literally call him up at a number that is 1-800 yes CRPGs. No, that's too many. 1-800 no CRPGs. There we go. That's better. Now, I'm not anti-CRPG. They're just not fun. That's also untrue. I'm not anti-CRPG. They're very different. Very different than the JRPG. Should print out the spells. I've got a list online. I just don't want to stop the game to check it. You know what I mean? Oh, darn it. Yeah. I mean, I've got a list and all that, so there's no need to waste ink or anything. But it is irritating, nonetheless. Less than none. Yeah, powder keg, whatever. Take it to the face. Hang on. 1-800 Riddle Talk, which is the only way to talk with a dragon. I don't know if this is common knowledge or not, but you can't just speak to dragons like regular folk, because they're not regular folk. They're dragons. You have to speak to them with riddling talk. Okay, back to B. What did I even cast that warped me out? It was Morphic or something like that. Thus printout? Yeah, but it's literally the difference between looking at a physics, like scanning a physical list and scanning a digital list. With a digital list, I can even control F, but you literally still have to stop the game to look at the page, right? The best Final Fantasy is Chrono Trigger. You said it. There it is. The worst Final Fantasy is Wizardry. I don't know. There are some pretty bad Final Fantasies out there. Emergency exit spell. You unlearn it upon use? What? I don't even know what to say about that. I don't even know what to say about that. That's just mean. You unlearn it upon use. I mean, like, what the heck, Wizardry? What the heck? I'm going to fuss with this thing a lot today. Bear with me. We're going to have a little bit of issues. It would do to move this back at some point, but I'm not going to. It was Loctofeet. Oh yeah, that's Wizardry. A non-obvious spell name warped you completely back to town. Loctofeet. That's what it was. You unlearn it. Okay, but I should have it on other characters who know it, right? Crifton, hello. How are you? Welcome. You're listening. Mostly never played Wizardry. It was a quick 2-sentence highlight so far. Excruciating pain. That's about it. No, this is a very difficult game. Probably the hardest Super Nintendo RPG, at least certainly that I've played. Previous to this, it was 7th Saga. But now it's... I imagine you relearn it on Level Up 2. Yeah, now it's this. I was so confident. What happened and what? Confident in 7th Saga? Definitely the hardest JRPG. But this is something else. Certainly much harder than the other 2 dungeon crawlers on this that I've played. Like, I think, and I was talking about this earlier with 7th Saga Online. Anytime I mention a game is hard, I encounter the silverbacks wade out of the jungle. And are like, I can't believe anybody would say that was hard. And like they're battle scarred already, Like, obviously, if you got the experience, you've got the practice down, you can beat anything. But 7th Saga was made harder for the Western audience. So there's definitely difficulty there. But I think most importantly, it's the context of Super Nintendo RPGs that make it seem as hard as it is. Okay, so now probably levitate Litofeet. That's what I was looking for. And that is a mage spell. There it is. Okay, so I should have identify, levitate, and then what was the one that lowers your AC? Well, I was thinking it was Morphic. Let me see here. I cannot remember these. Yeah, that's it. Okay, there we go. Save this thing. But yeah, context, very important. Somebody asked me, for example, if Wizardry 5 is harder than Sekiro. And I don't know that you can even answer that question because they're so dramatically different types of difficulty. Like, there's nothing in this that relies on the reflexes that Sekiro demands of you. But there's certainly a lot more navigational and accessibility related things in this game that Sekiro doesn't have to deal with, being later and much more polished. For example, earlier on I was criticizing this game for having two fairly... Oh, there's the Toga Llamas. Two fairly similar... how do you want to call it? Menus. So you've got like multiple ways to use items. You've got You've got a lot that just... well, you know what? We're just going to have everybody do this. You've got a lot of like weird redundancy in this. Like if I were remaking this, I would clean up the menu system, reduce the number of clicks that are required of the player. And I feel like those things go a long way. But with 7th Saga being deliberately designed to be harder for the Western audience, things like starting character choices dramatically affecting difficulty. I would say that 7th Saga is a hard RPG. And in RPGs, difficulty, if we're not talking about a dungeon crawler, difficulty is going to be the grind, right? That's your difficulty scale, your slider, if you will. What was it? Demon Eye? Okay. Oh no, magic is drained. Legolas magic is drained. Well, screw that chest for being there, for being terrible. But with 7th Saga and grinding being the fundamental, let's say, avenue of difficulty, I have never played another Super Nintendo RPG where you have to grind for an hour just to walk between towns. Or I've never played another Super Nintendo RPG where you can actually over-level to where the rival boss fights scale too far ahead of you. Those things are what I would absolutely call, quite difficult in 7th Saga. Let's see. Not nearly as hateful, and hateful is a strong word too. There are things in 7th Saga like regular enemies that can use vacuum, I think it was called, and just wipe your 2-person party instantly and walks between towns. I actually found that regular spawns are worse in 7th Saga than boss fights because you'd fight so many enemies back to back that could insta-kill you. And there's like a mirror or something that you can use to avoid that, but it's like, how would you know to use a mirror? Wizardry's difficulty in part stems from the fact that you can't just out-level it. Even at high levels, you could just splat. Yeah. Case in point right here, like, we've got multiple level 30s, but 2 of them completely lost all their magic. Like, what? Let's see. Found Wiz 1, tough but fair. Wizardry requires more careful play, no reflexes. Sekiro. Yeah, again, it's almost an apples to oranges kind of thing. I think anyone would definitely get through... Could definitely need to get through a turn-based RPG. For sure. Time, patience, perseverance. Absolutely. There are probably some exceptions. Like I'm thinking Undertale. Undertale is turn-based, but it has those real-time like mini games during battles, right? And there's the action bit in there. It's very difficult to compare a game that's meant to be hard like Sekiro versus a game like this. And the game like this, to clarify, like at least my perspective, a game like this is meant to be hard. I feel like this game in particular is meant to be frustrating. Like it's trying to get you to give up. But yeah, it's difficult to compare it to other things for that reason. So now here I am trying to find the Mad Stomper. There's also a room up north that I'm going to try and get to. So let me see if I can figure out the pathway to get there. We're going to pass this. Whoops. Bump the walls. Okay. Now we should be facing... Should be facing east. And I need to go to the way that I came, actually. Dang nabbit. There's an offshoot passage that I didn't do. Oh, they do miss their attack if you kill the enemy there, so I gotta make sure about that. Another thing in Final Fantasy 1 that they lifted from Wizardry. This way. Float over the pit. Okay, hang on. Hold up. Over the pit. I need to keep going here. Even with a map, it's pretty easy to get out of sorts. You surprise the monsters. Well, take care of the samurai first because they use some multi-hit spells. Shugenja sounds like a Pokemon name. Figby Fist, Disarm. Going back to 7th Saga, I think 7th Saga is also really unique in that it's one of the few, at least that I know of, Super Nintendo RPGs that was made harder on purpose before coming to the West. Usually it seems like it was the other way around, you know? That they would make it easier to come over here. Let's see. Knowledge-based sort of difficulty. What I want to see is a chart. I would love to see a chart. Can we put this together as a community? I'd love to see a chart of different kinds of difficulty. Difficulty based on, say, just patience and brute forcing. Difficulty based on action and reflexes. Difficulty based on knowledge and solutions. And find games that fit into those categories and maybe fit into multiple categories. That would be fun. I love to think of categorization stuff like that. Let's see. Wizardry is meant to be quite permanent with his punishments. Yeah, that's unfortunate. CRPG Big 3 series is definitely the one most focused on difficulty. So we just got to get this out of the way. Yeah, I need this. I'm gonna need this again. Join the Discord. This is where stuff happens. Is in the Discord. Okay, that was a gas trap, and up ahead, there's something. Not sure what this is. The Temple of Kamikaze. Well done. Someone approaches. Lord High and Mighty. It's kind of weird that like a game as brutal as Wizardry has these like cutesy, like little winking names for things. A big fat cleric waddles up, grinning with large white teeth. Lord High and Mighty. Look at him. Oh, of course he'd be charmed by Liv Tyler. Hi.
My, what a fine-looking visitors we have at our humble temple today.
Temple?
I suppose you would be wanting to enter the temple, yes? You need a special staff to open the temple door, but I'm not supposed to let anyone else have it.
Staff?
I tell you what, I'll trade my staff with you if you will find for me a staff that is very ornate and covered with jewels in exchange.
Trade?
I tell you what, I'll trade my staff with you.
Oh, what? That's weird. Do you heal me? What a weird question to ask.
Perhaps I could do something for you.
The fee is 100 GP. So, what is this? Straight up, like, sleeping at the inn style healing? Or do I get, like, my stuff back? Do not trade staffs with him, according to the guide. Equip someone with a jeweled scepter and then use it on the door behind Lord High and Mighty. When you finish talking to him, you'll be bumped outside, but you can re-enter without meeting him. You can also kill him. Hey, wait, this isn't Donkey Kong 5, The Journey of Over Time and Space. Is this real? Is this real life? Cinco Play, how are you? I think as far as JRPGs go, the Shin Megami Tensei games tilted heavily towards knowledge-based difficulty. Levels help, but aren't sufficient. Yeah, somebody mentioned SMT in the thread that we were discussing. I let them know that we're just looking at the Western canon of RPGs for the SNES. Nothing Super Famicom. But I think opening up the Super Famicom gates, there'd certainly be a lot more there. Let's do it.
Show regret, O ye wrongdoer, and be healed.
Hey, thanks. It didn't even heal everybody. Now we're gonna steal. What do you got? What do you got? Nothing to sell. Lord High and Mighty tried to steal an item. Are you kidding me? Okay, we're just gonna take this guy down. The guide says you could kill him. So that's what we're gonna do. Lord High and Mighty calls for help, and 2 Minotaurs and 2 King Cobras show up. Well, you know what? We are gonna take care of those King Cobras. See what happens. Oh, that was easy. Ba, 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 ba. Hopefully that wasn't the wrong thing to do because now he's dead. No, just disarm it. There we go. Okay. Cool. Lord High and Mighty. Pretty great. What a turd. Can't believe the NPC tried to steal from me. Me! What? I can't believe the Cinco play. How you doing, Cinco play? I hope you're well today. Hey, let's see. So there's someone up ahead. Let's go see what it is. The door's locked. Oh, no. We may have to do something other than this. Let's see. Yeah, I think they're wanting us to use... Okay, they're wanting us to use the scepter. So, who's got it? Who's got the septi? Not you, not you, not you. There it is. Equip that. Okay, now what? Guide, did you tell me the truth that you finished talking and you bumped outside, but you can re-enter without meeting him? Okay. Oh, hey, it's our good friend, this guy. Mad Stomper. Ooh, my feet. Make sure we charm him first. That was the mistake I made last time. And, oh no! I pushed the button. Darn it! I need that rubber ducky. He's not going to appear until I exit the dungeon, is it? Oh, you got to use it, too. There we go. I exited that battle. Is he going to appear, or do I have to back all the way out again? So use it. Got enough. Why do I have to equip it and use it? You wave the scepter before the door. Click. Well, there we go. Let's see what's in here. Fine wisps of a fragrant smoke rise from and stand. A swirling wind engulfs the room. An encounter. The Djinn Wind King and 5 Toga Llamas. They ought to be pretty easy at this stage. Honestly, it ought to be pretty easy. See if we can't dispel any of these Toga Llamas. There we go. Done. Arwen feels different. What does that do? Engraved upon a large stone slab are these cryptic marks. Wine? Does that say wine? I think that's W-I-N. Well, it could only be wine. I don't know. Cryptic marks of some kind. What is the whole... And what is this? Arwen felt different. What is that? It says status okay. I don't see anything weird. Gotta use it to change floors. Okay. Spell that said Gimli was not destroyed? Woof. Togalama was a red chocobo? Oh, the psionic trap baffles? I don't know what it could have done. I don't see anything here that looks out of the ordinary. All her equipment is still here. Whoops. Huh. All right. So I guess that's it. For this. That was Lord High and Mighty and the Djinn Wind King. What did I get? We got a bunch of stuff. Go ahead and the stick to Gondorf. Oh, he's full up. Bottle that thing. Okay, and then we'll have them identify those for us. It is a blue candle. Interesting. And Arwen? Come on now. Ball of soda, scroll of Catino, and scroll of petrifying. So, we'll just hang on to that for now. Okay, we got a blue candle. I don't know what for. But I still need to find the stomper. So I need to change floors here, apparently. Or we go down. It might be the most terrifying thing about this game. Often wondering what just happened. And the way it kind of conveys information. Obviously, I'm speeding through battle readouts. A lot of that's just quick, redundant information. Blue candle is a Zelda item. You're not the only one who thought of that. I also was like, wait a minute. Okay, let's see if I can't get back to the start here. No, this way. Go over the pit, and then we come down here. We're going to turn this way. Mustard slimes. You gotta watch out for those. I do like that you can mash through battles really quickly. I find myself wanting to hold the button down. Okay, now that we're back here, I would like to go all the way south. So if that's the case, I could just move actually in this direction here. And then, right? Yeah, pass this up. Electric bolt. Let's see if we can do it. We got a flail and gloves. Those seem pretty dang useful. So let's go ahead and I think we will go ahead and drop the bottle of soda. I'm pretty sure we're not going to need that anymore, and I picked up a double. And then go to Aragon. Trade to Arwen, the gloves. And who else has got what? Actually, there's 2 swords there, too, that I need to have analyzed. But let's see first off what we get here. People often criticize Earthbound for having very restrictive inventories. But wow, this is pretty extreme. Aegis, how's it going? We got a flail. All right, sorry about that. Had a little personal attack, a case of the Wizardry Vs. A good descriptive one for his wizard, the flailing. Yeah. Morning star is a nicer term. It is. Let's see now. We're gonna go with. Oh, she could actually use that? That's kind of surprising. I think that I'm going to trade off both these items, though. So let me pull up my list here. I've got a list of arms and armaments. And we're going to want to find the leather gloves Why don't we give those to... it lowers AC, so we'll give those to Gimli, son of Glowin. Go ahead and give him the Gimli. And then the Morning Star is gonna be... I don't even see it. These are Sword of Knights. Morning Star, there it is. I'm not really sure how to read like the difference in damage on here, but who's got what equipped? He's just got a staff, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him if he can use it, and it looks like he can, so we'll go ahead and give that to... It takes forever just to like figure out who to give one thing to. Okay, Boromir has got 2 swords in need of identification. Sword and sword. Arwen, do your thing. Robber's sword and Sword of Knights. Okay, Robber's sword is close. It can be used by a fighter, thief, samurai, lord, or ninja. For damage, it says 1d6 plus 4, which looks like that's more than anything else that I had equipped. We will give that to Boromir, I guess. Oh well, but then there's Sword of Knights too. I would like that on this dude. Maybe we'll do this instead. He is a samurai, so okay, we'll go ahead and give him that. And then Aragorn will give the Morning Star. No. Trade to Gimli, the Morning Star. There we go. That feels better. Robber's sword, scale mail, target shield. And then Boromir is going to use the Sword of Knights plate mail. Gimli is going to... Somewhere some kid is like, oh no, but it's not period accurate for them to have plate armor. The number of times I've heard that for Lord of the Rings. Like, man, just watch the movie. Okay, that took a while. But we've got everything. Everything's planning, right? Psionics damages your character's stats? Did you look that up? Where'd you find the... And how does it damage their stats? Does it reduce them across the board? I'm guessing temporarily? Morning Star with a U. Absolutely. Sword of Knights does it. Red, giving your love for all things Lord of the Rings. Have I played the PS2 Lord of the Rings games? Yes! If you're talking about the 2 EA hack and slashes that they made, those are some of my favorite PS2 games. The Return of the Kings and the Two Towers. I actually have a little story, too. The Return of the King came out shortly... Uh-oh. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, here we go. Blue phosphor letters glow brightly upon a Blue phosphor letters glow brightly upon a pale blue wall. They read, "Upon this wall of deepest blues shall live the light." Period. Shall live the light of... They can't even have the excuse of localization. There's no excuse for writing like this. Upon this wall of deepest blues, period. I'm over this game. I am. Let me talk about Lord of the Rings for a minute. Psionics damages stats. Yeah, it's okay. The thing is, I had kidney surgery. I had to have a kidney removed. A 50-pound kidney removed. Okay? When I was age 17. Very severe surgery. It took a long time to recover. My dear mother drove around the entirety of Honolulu to find the Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, by EA for me. Brought it home, and I played the heck out of that thing during recovery. One of my fondest motherhood memories there. Not that I was a mother, but fondest memories of my mom going completely above and beyond just to find this one thing that she knew I loved, because I loved Lord of the Rings for such a long time. So love that. Lord of the Rings: The Third Age is interesting. Kind of janky, but it's basically a reskin of Final Fantasy X. Not story-wise. The story kind of stinks. But it's a reskin of the combat of Final Fantasy X. And I really do like Third Age. I'm enough of a fanatic to have played Angband. If we're talking PC, I've not played a ton of PC Lord of the Rings games, no. Baron, hello, also. Its wizardry is likely permanent stat reduction. Permanent stat reduction. Okay, back to the poorly localized writing here. Localized from English to English. Upon this wall of deepest hues, period, shall live the light of somber hues, comma. Capital T, to venture through the cobalt light. Live ye here the light of life. Well, obviously that's the dumb candle. And good thing I got that before. Dude, how could you play this without a guide? Like, the order of item pickup is not obvious. As the light from the candle strikes the wall, the glowing words begin to slowly fade. The translucent outline of a door reveals the passage through. Sweet. A voice whispers, the spiritual. In a room with walls lined in blue curtains. Everything's blue. They really want you to know that. It's blue in here, y'all. Okay, what is this? Stairs leading down. This is the deepest I've ever been, and we're in the green level. We're in the green level now. So I'm going to go back up because we do need to find Mad Stomper again. Unfortunately, after all that, it's true. We need to find Mad Stomper again. Hopefully he's here. We need to find where he stomps. He stomps, he tromps, but mostly... Well, no, he stomps. I miss that meme. Does anybody else miss that meme? The he crank, he stank, but mostly he bank. Those. I miss those. Those powder keg. You deserve that. Deserve that one. Arwen found a flail and armor. That's a significant amount of loss there. Okay, inspect. Arwen. Gonna use identify. Ruined. Oh no, ruined flail. That sounds even cooler. Ruined flail. Then the Morning Star is gonna be. It is a better flail. Oh, it says it's cursed. I don't know if I want to mess with that. What do cursed items do on this? You know, in the past, I've encountered cursed games where you can't take the item off or something like that. Typo monsters, they're always out. Right. The English games of the era really need editors sometimes. And those are significantly easy things to fix, but yeah, there's no excuse. A lot of times I've just been like, oh, localization, but nope. No excuse. You wander around taking notes with multiple parties in dungeons, spend hours. Spend about a month doing that. Wow. Yeah, that doesn't sound great. I'd love to play Moria eventually, one of the first RPGs ever. And you know, Lord of the Rings reference, but I don't know. That's going way back. There's a vital clue in one of the Ultimate games is effectively inaccessible because they typoed the keyword you need to get to... What? That's silly. Yeah, no guides, no backseat help. You'd have to talk about, like, this is the only game you're playing all year. For sure. For sure. So, cursed... Somebody explained cursed items to me on this. Because we did just pick up a ruined flail, which is evidently a cursed item. We've got chainmail here, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on at least. Will you invoke the special power of your ruined flail? I don't know. Okay, this says invoke 0%, fully magic drained, zeros in all spell slots. That sounds like a freaking no, honestly. We're going to say no to that. No, thank you. Arwen, age 15? They couldn't even get that right. None of these ages are correct. And Gandalf, age 14? Aragorn, age 22? Boromir might have been age 22. I know, Linguistic Dragon would know. Dragon, do you know how old Boromir was at his death? All right, I'm gonna see if I can still figure out where we're going in life. Oh, you know what else we could do? We could go up here and then come right back down. No, my lore playthrough. I tried. I really tried. But yeah, they were not having it. They were just not having it at all. Okay, we need to find Stompy Poo. Amazons. That's a lot of Amazons. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to... Tsalik? No. Which one's better than that? Tilt-a-wait. That's probably overkill. But who cares? Yeah, whoa, Gandalf, go. One more. That last one was Wonder Woman. There we go. Cursed items can't be removed if equipped, as I recall, unless you pay back in town for it. Got it. So it is that old. It is that old. You can't unequip it. So is that? So let me see then. When you equip it, it wipes all your magic, but then you could equip it and uncurse it, and then sleep and get all your magic back. Is that correct? Hopefully that's 2 back-to-back corrects. Let me see where I'm at here. Look at the map. Look at the stars, Simba. We gotta go this way. And then we're gonna... Now, I don't know... Anytime... Oh, there he is. He's around. Here we go. Okay, let me make sure I do this properly. Katu. And then let's talk to him. What did we need from him? Oh, yes. The strange item. But I am not going to do that. I'm going to just steal it from him. Hurrah! Well, goodbye. Okay, that should have been it. Strange item. Indeed it was. Oh, they were both full up, huh? Let's see. You know what? We'll have somebody else hold some of this stuff. There we go. We got the rubber ducky. Rubber ducky. Boromir was 41 when he died? Dang. I'm still younger than Boromir. I feel good about that. I appreciate that older characters have... Oh, there we go. I see Dragon's answer, too. Correlated token gateway, which typically trusts on such affairs. Boromir was 41. And it seems like Tolkien kept pretty good records of everybody's ages and birth dates and such like that. Didn't I already steal that from him? I did, but what happened, Baron, is at the end of yesterday's stream, I tried to warp out of the dungeon foolishly and landed in solid rock, and so that entire party was wiped out and all of their items disappeared. So I had to make a whole new party, pick up all the items all over again. Now we've got everything and more. So we can go ahead and, yeah. We can go ahead and get everything again. It was pretty good when it came to tracking timelines and such. The historian, for sure. Reading the nature of Middle-earth right now, he ran into issues of, okay, elves age at a rate of, 1 year for every 144 human years. And he's like, oh, wait, but that messes up their ages for key events. So then they age at different rates, depending on how old they were and how young they were and so on and so forth. And The dude did like, I mean, this book is like full on math at some points. So he like this. I'm not a huge math nerd, but this is what appeals to me about Middle Earth is the amount of detail lavished upon Middle Earth is pretty extreme, pretty significant. All right, so if I want to go back up, I think there's still a few things here that I want to get. But if I go back up, this is just going to take me to... I don't think I want to go this way. There is... Okay, we got the ghost chest. The Bubba's Health Spa. And no, so I don't want to go up. From here, I would like to go to where? There's a paradimensional etherealizer that I could reach. Is that going to be useful to us at all? Because again, we're not... I'm well past any guide being useful. I outlived Boromir by a year. Congratulations. I hope you don't go out the way that he did. This is why you keep me around, do the math nerding for you. Also keep you around because I'm kind of slow leaking this announcement, but I'd love to start a Middle-earth book club. If you'd love to join a Middle-earth book club, join the Discord. We're going to chat about it. I'm planning on creating chapter by chapter short kind of reading guides, lore guides. So pick out a thing for each chapter on lore and just create a little short video on that people can use to kind of help them through the Lord of the Rings. Would love to read Lord of the Rings with you together. One of my favorite books. I haven't read through the trilogy in a long time. Did The Hobbit fairly recently, so that's why we wouldn't start with that. But Legendariums, plural, because eventually I might want to do other universes as well. Would love to do a Dune read-through. But we'll see about that. So I don't know. There's a lot there. There's a lot here. I don't know. I'm not sure where to go next. We got the rubber duck. There's gonna be things to dive into, such as the quiet pool and the Crimson Fountain. Crimson Fountain says petrified demons, so I don't know if I actually need that. I might not need that at all. So let me see here. I want to go up. Okay, so we're going to go this way. Right? Correct? Yes. And then... yeah, we got to go this way. Okay, we went that way. Got to go straight. This ought to lead us to a door. Right? There it is. Dragon's Asp. Got it. Got a pea potion of some kind. A little pea potion. Minotaurs. There should be a door down here. Okay, before you lies a quiet pool. Okay, so Boromir, forever the swimmer among us. Who's got the rubber ducky, though? Did I not see it? No. No. Gandalf. No. Arwen. Okay, Arwen, you know what? It's going to be you. It's going to be you. Do we got to equip it? I can't remember. Yeah, we do. Okay, let me save here. Just in case something crazy happens. And then step out, step in. Arwen, you could go down to the G level. Level 4, 5, 6, 7. Found some gold and got an item. Cool. So we got the gold key successfully. And Dragon, I imagine there's probably some people you know who would be interested in joining such a group as well. If you know anybody, go ahead and let them know. I feel like I don't know that many book people, and I'd love to meet more book people. I love my gamers, but I also want to meet some book people. It's just that stage in the life when I enjoy reading again. Okay, now, do I need to bother for the Crimson Fountain? I don't think I do. Crimson Fountain. Nope. Oh, it's an item, not a monster. So we do need to go ahead and get that. So I got to make my way back. Making my way back this way. Ghasts. And we're going to hit a fork here or a door. And then a fork. Not that way. And we want to go to the north. Giant spiders. I don't think I'd seen these before. That seems very on brand for a lore playthrough. Oh my gosh, I'm so lost right now. I think this is correct. Oh no, the monsters. I gotta hear samurai. Now we're gonna go this way. And it swings us back around here. Perfect. Okay, to get to the petrified monsters then, I'm going to want to go south. Which I'm pretty sure is in this direction, but I'm going to cast Doom a Pick just to be sure. Oh, see, it was not. It was not. This way. Right? Yes. Okay. From here, I want to go... get out of here, snakes. Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? And then we're going to want to go all the way up. Feels weird to disarm a chest. When there's not a lot in it. There's just like a little small pittance of gold. See, like all this psionics and everything. Just for a few things. Oh, but we got some stuff to inspect. Let me go ahead and identify that. Shield. I don't think I need a shield right now. He's got a target shield. Oh no, Boromir needs his shield. How could I have been so wrong? Okay, and then the gold key we'll go ahead and send to Boromir as well. And then Legolas can send to Arwen the sword and armor. Arwen can go ahead and identify thus. Robber's sword, again, another plate mail. Robber's sword I don't think is going to be super useful right now, but we'll go ahead and trade it out anyway. And what do these dudes got equipped on? A scale mail, plate mail, leather armor. Yeah, we'll go ahead and give this guy some of this. I already forgot what I'm doing. Plate mail. Trade to Gimli. Plate mail. There we go. Oh man, a shared inventory for the life of me. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Mayonnaise slimes? Because there's mustard slimes. There's got to be mayonnaise slimes. Temper, how's it going? You don't know no snakes? Snakes? I don't know no snakes. Snakes. That reminds me of, was it Zero from Metal Gear Solid 3? 3? The door is locked. Is this the right way? I don't know. It might not be the right way. I don't know. No, what are you doing? That's wrong. Oh, it is the right way. I came further than I thought. All right, so then I'm going to have Legolas do his picking. Hurrah! Hey-oh, something happened. Eric, 1985, thanks for the follow. How are ya? Do we know each other from elsewhere on the internet? If not, I'll give you the whole spiel. The whole rundown. The whole caboodle. So you're a resident Wizardry fan. What's the best one to start with? Yeah, actually, both dragons. Dragonfire X Nova and Linguistic Dragon. Both good Wizardry fans. Blue Mage Redemption, I know that one. I will happily accept that. Thank you. Some of the stuff is exceptionally silly. Like, what was the cleric? Lord High and Mighty? Wiz V. It is going okay. It's not too bad today. We've had some frustrating experiences. I had to bust out the Game Genie. We're playing on original hardware. So there's been some woes, but we've gotten over it. And this is part of a larger series where we're playing through the Super Nintendo RPG canon. That's all of the Western releases, so no Super Famicom exclusives. I've got 9 left. 9 left. Just need to finish this, and I'm playing Uncharted Waters off stream. Looking forward to probably starting Spike McFang after this. I gotta wash my mouth out with something completely different. And based on what's left, I don't know what's more different than Wizardry 5. But Spike McFang. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Have you played this one, Eric, 1985? Voice Whisper is the physical in a room with walls lined with red curtains. Okay. Grotesque figurine smiles down upon a fountain which froths forth a crimson brew. Much more eloquently written than previous. I think Arwen can still suffice here. There's a pool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An encounter. 1 Makara and 6 sea cobras. Take care of that Makara for sure. And we'll Salik these dudes twice up. And that should be enough, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, they went down easy. Easy, easy, easy. There we go. A decent amount of experience. Had we not used the Game Genie. Okay, it says Demon Eye. And we found the figurine. Oh, and an axe. And my axe. Okay, so let's go ahead and save here. And see what we can see. Now trade to Arwen the axe. Arwen, you can go ahead and identify these two things. A figurine and the axe. It's a battle axe. Which, let's check the damage on that. Never played Spike McFang, but it looks way more casual and approachable than anything played recently. For sure, single play. Considering we went from Uncharted Waters to Wizardry 5, even Ys 3, it was pretty tricky right there at the end with that boss fight. So it's going to be nice to play something, I think, that's a little more easygoing. A friend of mine, Duct Tape, said that there's some arcadiness in Spike McFang, so I'm looking forward to that. Beat McFang back in 2018, settled on 7 out of 10. That seems like a good time. Haven't played the SNES version, but played the DOS version. Always like the backgrounds in the SNES version. Yeah, so you could actually have the option to do the lines. That's what it was on DOS, right? where it's just like a lined tunnel. But you can get the colored backgrounds on here on Super Nintendo. So that's pretty cool. Not better than the best ARPGs. Right now, we're just counting on it to be a palate cleanser. Oh, and I just finished Soul Blazer, which is excellent. That was a fairly simple one, too. Yeah, not terribly long. Looking forward to that. The downside is after that, we're going to have to confront one of the two Ultimas or one of the two Might and Magics. Which way would you think would be the safer route? Doing either, I guess, Might and Magic Book 2 or I can't remember which of the two Ultimas comes first. Or Secret of the Stars. We'll probably use that JRPG as a cleanser too. Because again, if I've only got 9 or so left, I feel like I'm going to end, and I've got 4 more CRPGs. I'm going to have to alternate. I'm going to have to do like CRPG, JRPG, CRPG, JRPG, and hopefully that'll last. I'm not the greatest at the maths, but we'll see how it goes. Is an underrated RPG. Oh, we have a Secret of the Stars fan in the club. I've never played Secret of the Stars. All I've heard is that it's awful. But we'll see how that turns out. Can't be worse than the 2 worst that I've played so far are Anindo Way of the Ninja and The Lord of the Rings, which broke my heart as a Lord of the Rings fan. More approachable is still dense wizardry. I like them. Okay, I think the port of Ultima 6 is better. Blackgate is a terrible port. Yeah. Not looking forward to console ports of these CRPGs. Advise getting Blackgate out of the way sooner. Okay. Fine enough, just when it was hopefully outdated. Or hopelessly outdated. Sad I didn't like Anindo. It's one of my favorites. Really? Did we talk about it before Ravaging Justice? I don't know. There are concepts that I liked in Anindo. Like, I like that you could go around recruiting NPCs in Anindo. Awesome idea. Unfortunately, you only have 2 slots. So most of everybody that you meet is not going to be worth your time. It seems like there's definitively best choices. The music, the graphics, the dungeons, it was just a real drag. And actually trying to play Anindo on stream like killed the stream. Nobody wanted to watch Anindo. Nobody. I think I met a guy who did covers of the music in Anindo and he didn't even want to watch it. It was just a really not enjoyable experience. Maybe someday I'll go back and revisit it. I don't know. But yeah, could not do it. Translation's pretty bad. Yeah. I would say localization for Earthbound was top notch, but there were some pretty bad localizations. Basically an SRPG released in the same year as Chrono Trigger. Good times. Ultima 6. Hey, Big Joe. How you doing? SNES port is honestly pretty solid. Blackgate is rough, though. Japan in 93. Oh, there's a good point, huh? So it's only, what, 2 years out of date? Secret of the Stars, Japan in 93. And in Japan, Super Nintendo would have been out for 3 years at that point. I think it launched in 1990 or 1989. I can't remember when Super Famicom launched. Oh, Temper here screaming about me hating on Anindo. Yeah, you wanted to watch Anindo, sure. You're the one person who would show up literally licking your chops because you wanted to watch me suffer through a game that nobody else wanted to watch me suffer through. I feel like that's more of a personal issue than anything we could say about the game itself. It was the equivalent of being locked in a pillory and having one person show up to throw poop at your face, which is both insulting and humiliating. I have to think that development started well before that. Feels like a game that started on it. And I mean, maybe it was just incompetence. I don't know. How could it take 3 years or 4 years to develop that game? Or maybe they developed it for NES and they're like, wait a minute. And then they put it on Super Famicom? I don't know. See, James, there it is. It was just basically for pain. We'll watch, but that was before I found your streams. I would have loved if you'd been there. We could have used your positivity. But that's okay. It's all in the past now. Anindo can't hurt us anymore. What do you like about Anindo? I asked Mr. Temper what he thought was great about Anindo, but his constant trolling and lies meant that he was an unreliable source. So let me ask you, what did you like most about Anindo? Oh, another thing about it, like in battles, you could move your characters like it was tactical, but I didn't see, like, playing it for hours and hours, I did not see much of a point to that. It just kind of slowed everything down. Genuinely enjoyed it, and I just got mad because yes, that's you gotta earn your trust points back before I start taking your claims as gospel again. Okay, Gimli, you're gonna use the was it battle axe? Let me see. It's difficult to tell which one's gonna be better because they don't show you in game. Battle axe. No, Morning Star is better, I think. No, it's not. Battle axe is better. Okay, so then you are going to give to Boromir. You could use the charming, and then Arwen give the battle axe to Gimli, and then Gimli equip the battle axe. Plate mail, leather gloves. Nope. There we go. All right. Back to this game. Some of the dungeons do really suck. Yeah, they definitely do. I feel like they would suck a little less if there was some diversity in music and, the way that they looked. But it was like each and every single one was like a cave with like... Oh, there was a sky one. But yeah, the song. I almost muted the game and just put different music on. I almost did. Strategy aspects later on. You even like the music? You like it. I gotta do this impression every time. There's like the one battle theme in the game. I could not jive with that after a little while. I guess everybody has their level of tolerance, though. That's the lesson, right? The lesson is that everybody has got their own level of tolerance. It's got to be nostalgia. I mean, again, so like if you've played that, we were talking about this a long time ago. Nostalgia and familiarity breed endearment, right? But it's almost like the antithesis of absence makes the heart grow fonder. But imagine somebody as an adult playing in Nindo for the first time, not really knowing what to expect, especially starting off going in blind. Pretty rough. I like a lot of the concepts in a Nindo. I like that you play as a ninja trying to get revenge on Nobunaga. I think that's really cool. I think the recruiting is awesome. It'd be great if you had a bigger than a 3-person party so that you actually could make really meaningful recruiting choices. And also the act of recruiting is super boring. Like just spamming the same thing over and over again and then trying to hunt them down in various villages until they sign on. That's not great. I like if there was a little more to that system. I think that would be great. But like every time you bring up hating a Nindo, a new random person stands up saying they like it. It's great. It's like being a flame and you attract moths. Some of them are bugs. Some of them are elegant butterflies. It's like 7 people now since it came back to streaming. And imagine, like, I think I've spent 2.5 years streaming and then I took a year off. Something like that. Maybe it's 2 years. I don't know. Streaming for a while and talking with a lot of people on social media. Thousands of people about Super Nintendo RPGs. Finding 7 sounds a lot more impressive until you think about how many people I've spoken with about RPGs. Finding only 7 is not great. You know what, though? To Indo's credit, I think I only found one person who really loved The Lord of the Rings on Super Nintendo. One person. So there's that. It's just your alt accounts. I thought Baron was your alt account for the longest time. I'm still convinced that he is. All right, back to Wizardry. Back to Wizardry. Lord of the Rings. Hey, we're going to start a book club. Join it. Middle Earth Book Club. We're going to read through Lord of the Rings together. I'm going to do lore videos, maybe. Yes, don't say maybe. We're going to do it. It's going to be great. You should join. It'll be fun. Now what should I do? I think I'm going to want to go back to the surface Just to get my magic back, because I hit a stank, a little treasure thing at one point. So I would like to go back up here for a moment. Let's see which direction I'm facing. I think that's correct. Yeah. Should have all this memorized at this point. Float over a pit, and we're going to go this way. Oh, hang on. Oh, you know what? Now we can just blow through these real quick here. To wait, because we're going to the surface, y'all. Wait. Powder keg. Disarm that thing. Disarm it. Thank you. What else is down here? What are these again? Moser's Mystic Moat. Oh yeah, there's a moat down there. There's a moat. So we should go check out that moat. But first we're gonna do all this stuff. They should have had a Lord of the Flies game. Is there a Lord of the Flies? I remember being disappointed by Lord of the Rings on... Oh, that's why you should Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies game would have been cool, yeah. Committing atrocities. Always got stuck on Lord of the Rings on SNES. I do not understand why. No, what am I trying to say? I understand why you would have gotten stuck on Lord of the Rings. I had to use a guide. There's a couple parts where passwords don't work. Like the final Moria dungeon took me, I want to say 3 hours to get through. And there are no passwords that work in there. So you have to do it in one fell swoop. Which is pretty nasty. Yeah, there's a couple bits that are tricky on that game. Again, cool concepts like Lord of the Rings is the only RPG on the Super Nintendo where you could use the multi-tap to play with 5 people. Now, you are never going to find 5 people to play the Lord of the Rings on Super Nintendo with you. But that's pretty rad. That is pretty cool. I could control a phalanx of hobbits at one point. Let me see. They should have... interesting lore about Wizardry 5 is it literally began as a fan game by D.W. Bradley and Surtech. Chose to release it after Wizardry 4 bombed. Oh, interesting. Because we were kind of talking about how this was a pendulum swing from the series, as I understand it. Again, I've not played any other Wizardry. A fan game. Okay, poking up on the floor is the mouth of a deep, deep well. A sign above it reads as follows. Moser's Mystic Moat. Come take a dive in here. Let's see. Arwen, you could jump in there. Go on. See what happens. 5. And Arwen lost IQ. What? A second breakfast of hobbits? Well done. You know what? Well done. This is... I find myself saying it so often. This is why I keep you around. And it is. I keep you around just for the Lord of the Rings stuff. Okay, let's wholly on out of here now. Yeah, snakes. There it is. Toga llamas. Imagine just being confronted by toga llamas. Would you run? Oh, now they're like, oh, you can't leave. We're angry. And stuff. Okay, here we are. Let's go ahead and get out. Okay, and before we get totally out, we're going to make sure we're all healed up to the max. Madi. One more Madi on this guy. And then right there. So Locto Feet is the one that warps you back to town? Locto Feet. That was not cool. It was not cool. All right, stairs going up. Phew. Locto Feet. Saw it there. So we've got an out on Boromir if we need it. I remember being surprised at the existence of multi-tap for SNES. It's super cool. I've used it to play Super Bomberman recently, which is a lot of fun. Would never have thought that you could use it for a Lord of the Rings RPG, but there it is for some reason. They thought that would be a meaningful a meaningful addition to the game somehow. Oh. So now I could actually probably, yes, go ahead and put on the rune. What is it? The runed flail? Who's got it? Yeah, runed flail. Let's try it. Cursed. Gotta watch out for those curses. Will you invoke the special power of your runed flail? Sure. Okay, and I see there it wiped his magic. So now, if I were to sleep in the inn, does he get that magic back? Let's see. Or is it just like permanently gone as long as he's got it equipped? No, it came back. Okay. So we can avoid the penalty for that there. Let's go ahead and sell some things. We don't need this many robber's swords. Oh yeah, and they're not gonna take that. So I'll just drop those. I'll wind up dropping those at some point. Sword Knights, target shield. I don't really want this. I guess we'll keep it just in case. Okay, next Gimli. We'll hang on to the battle axe. I will get rid of the Morning Star. Why is it so expensive? I mean, so priced. Like it sells for a lot here. Let me see. Morning Star is 2d4 plus 2. Ruined Flail is 2d3 plus 3. And Battle Axe is 2d4 plus 6. So Battle Axe is pretty good. We'll sell the Morning Star. We'll sell the Hand Axe. Gandalf, what do you got? He's got quite a few things here. Okay. And then Arwen. The Petrified Demon. There's a Scroll of Petrifying. And then finally, Legolas. He has longbow. Oh, I need to identify those. It costs gold, so, well, we'll just do it. That way I don't have to transfer. Latumofis and Latumofis. Is that the floating one? I don't remember. I think it might be the floating one. Pool gold. How much gold do we have? 9,000. Surely we could afford something pretty great here. We can almost buy a Sword of Fire. I think that's pretty neat. Sword of Fire. I don't even see it on this list. Sword of Fire. There it is. 2d8 plus 6. Resistant to fire. Casts Mahalito 20%. Turns into Sword of the Master after breaking. It breaks. 1d10 plus 7. Oh, Loctofeet is Antidote. Or no, Latumofis is Antidote. I guess I don't really need to carry those then. That's a lot of space just taken up. Okay. I think that we're good to go back down. We're doing some significant progress today. Today is the day. I don't know how far we're going to get, but hopefully pretty far. We'll drop some of this stuff here. Drop that and that and that. Boromir, you can go ahead and drop that. And just that. Gimli, you could drop your starter stuff. Keep the battle axe for now. And all that's good. Arwen. Let me trade some of this out here to Gimli. Bag of tokens and petrifying. And that thing. And then we can drop the robes. And then, yes. Gandalf, you can go ahead and trade to Aragorn these items. That way he's got more space for identifications. Okay. Beautiful. Now what? I guess we need to go see the duck. Because I could get something from him. Get a wand, I think it is. If there's not another pool that I need to jump into. Let's see. I got the gold key from the quiet pool. I got the petrified demon from the crimson fountain. There was nothing in Moser's mystic moat other than weirdness. Bubba's health spa, foul smelling pool. I think that's that. So maybe the duck at this point? And then we'll try and get down to the... We'll try and get down to the duck, and then from there to floor 4. There is a pocket watch that I did not get. Neither did I get batteries. So I did miss a couple things. Where do I pick up the batteries, though? I don't see those anywhere. Unless they were from a... from an NPC. They might be from one that I've just not encountered yet. This is the 3rd floor. Mad Stomper. Warps to Pocket Watch East 6, North 9. Okay, so then we'd have to come back for it. Can't get the pocket watch until then. But it's going to be somewhere in these warps, I guess. There's the paradimensional etherealizer. Maybe that's it. Okay, so the duck, and then we'll go down to the 4th spot. Now, for the duck, it should be easy enough to get there. We're going to not go south. We'll go up through here. This way. And use item, Aragorn's silver key. Okay, and then from here it should be just a straight shot through there, there. See if the duck actually appears this time. We had issues with that last time. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and stay in here for a minute. Sure, Aragorn. Go ahead and have a little bath. Okay, there's a quack. Duck approaches. The Duck of Sparks, spiritual consultant at your service. What's he got on him? A staff and a potion of some kind. And I need to give him the looks like the duck, the rubber duck. Arm and Hammer, how's it going? What if old school people would use graph paper to actually map out the dungeons? That seems like it would be very fun. Maybe I'm just weirdy. Oh no, that's a thing for sure. That's how maps were done in the past. I did it a couple times when I was a kid, not to any great expert effect or anything like that, but yeah, it seems like such a fun way to enjoy a game like this back in the day. Now I'm just using an online digital map for speed reasons, but you could actually find pictures of really well done maps that people have drawn using graph paper online. Also, I hope you're well. Arm and Hammer, thanks for joining us. Let's see. So, duck. General summer. You can give it to the Duck of Sparks for an item. Okay. You can give him the rubber duck. Okay, let's see. Who's got it? Oh, yeah, Arwen, right? Yeah. Oh, there's no way for me to unequip that, huh? Gosh darn it. Friggin' stupid duck. Alright, now we just gotta get back to the entrance one more time. Do this again. Bonbons. So delicious. Totally did it for the first couple floors when I did Wiz 1. Oh, you did it earlier this year. That's cool. Just studying the mech list for the Rasselhog Dominion faction of Battletech. Well, that's cool. Those are the bees need. It's true. They are. They're quite cool. So Battletech, I think you'd mentioned that you watch lore videos on Battletech. Is that right? Might not be looking at the right spot here anymore. I'm losing my sense of direction. Yeah, something weird happening. Okay. Oh, all right. Sure. I'll just mash our way through this. Do you enjoy a nice lore video? Around that discussion, I was thinking about making Middle-earth lore videos because I read a lot of that stuff. Love it. And we're gonna do a oops, Aragorn's poisoned. We're gonna do a couple of lore videos and a read through Latu Mofis, I believe it is. Yeah, read through. I'm sorry, it's so hard to like talk and play. We're gonna do a Middle Earth book club and read through Lord of the Rings together. You're welcome to join. I know you're in our Discord, so there'll be a bigger announcement there at some point. As much as I'd love to do a read through like we were discussing, I just don't know how we'd figure all that out, unfortunately, because it seems like that would be pretty dang rad. Okay, this is... No, went the wrong way. Got turned around. This way. Okay, then from here... Oh, yeah, no. We're just trying to get the duck to appear. That's right. Ducky poo. Simple little mistake. Cost just a bit of extra time. What do the speed runs of this game even look like? Does anybody do speed runs of Wizardry 5? I'm sure there are folk out there that do. Give it a shot. Okay, she did not drown. Sweet. Let's see if we can't find this quack. Here we go. Okay, now give him... Oh, crap! She's sleeping, so she can't give him the item? Is that what's going on? I came all the way back just to do this. Did that say Bubba's health spa? It did. It did. There's some wacky things. Somebody somewhere is going, that's wizardry. Yeah, that. Crapola. All right. Okay. This again. And just have another character take the fall. Instead... Uh-oh. I got discombobulated. No. That's not the right thing. Okay. There we go. Alright, this is better work this time than stupid duck. I always have bad luck with ducks. Story of my life. Okay, somebody else take a dump in there now. There we go. Aragorn's asleep. There we go. Now give him the rubber ducky. Thank you very much. Or maybe he sounds like... Thank you very much. Arwen got an item. Oh no, there's more dialogue. I give by the name of such, so that me, I was supposed to have some immense power by having anything for me. What? The snatch? I can't do it. Thief is impossible to say like that. Ever comes around here again, I'll show him some real magic. Right where it counts too. Real magic, some things you gotta learn yourself. Cool, we got the wand. Now get out of my face, Duck of Sparks. I never want to see you again. Favorite character. Arwen, identify, wand. We got the monkey wand. Oh man. Ducks are troublemakers. They're troublemakers and their speech impediments are horrible. I don't know, every time I watch like, DuckTales or an old Disney Donald Duck cartoon, or even some of the new Donald Duck cartoons, I don't know how they get the level of enunciation that they do out of the Donald Duck voice. However they get it, like I do it through like a pocket of air in the side of my cheek to get that sound, but I can't. There are certain things that I just can't say. Like I can't say thief in the it sounds like nothing. Sheer practice has got to be. But I've been doing this voice since I was a kid, and I don't know. There's a finesse to it. Like I could be like, one of my favorite things is walk around the house and go, but other than that, I can't do like thief or some of the more complex words that they have him do. I don't know. It's a very impressive bit that they have with the Disney voice actors. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck. Oh, Ross Perot. Walks like a duck, talks like a duck, looks like a duck. It might be a flat-footed platypus with a speech impediment. Ross Perot, probably. I don't even know where to start to make that voice. Yeah, try it. There's like, so you make a little pocket of air in your cheek, like you're like, like that. But instead of forcing it out, you just kind of hold it there. And then you make your, I don't know. You like pinch your mouth and force the words coming up out of your throat through that. I don't know. But I think that's where the syllables or the consonants that close the lips can be done. I can't do it with ones that use the teeth, like L or TH or anything like that. Okay, anyway. That's enough shenanigans of that. We got the monkey wand. I don't know what it's for, but we're going to go down to level... sure, I don't remember. We're going to go down to... we got to use the elevator. Down level 4. We'll go to level 4. That's where we're going. Level 4, don't you know? Oh, honey, they got level 4 here. There's the door. There's the stairs. Go back up here. Somebody locks the door. Every single time I come through this, somebody locks the door after me. Silver key. Use that. And then I'll come all the way down here. And then... Oh, no, that was wrong. Use the item. Who's got the tokens? I forgot who I gave it to. There it is. Whoa. Almost sounds like a Mega Man type sound effect. Okay, now here, what we're going to do, other than smash the Hercule creature for the umpteenth time, is, yeah, Jack Sling, whatever. Got a shield. Please do not feed the Hercule beast. Am I in the right area? Oh, soda. Yeah, I thought I knew where I was, but I guess not. You can make the yelling, ducky noises. We can't really enunciate. Oh, we're here like... like just screaming. But yeah, the trying to enunciate with that's impossible stuff. I wish I could remember the name of the voice actor I'm familiar with who did that voice, but I can't. You get another deck for any pawns if needed. Oh yeah? Oh, that's a good idea, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and get the Stompy Beast. In case your aunt could do a good Donald. Used to to some degree basically forgotten. Yeah, I used to be able to do the Ringwraith scream pretty well. And then my voice got nice and manly. So now I can't do it anymore. A good voice for dirty talk. You almost tempted me to say something. Best done without pants. Well, okay, here we go. Let's go down to B, I guess, and then we need to find ourselves a Mad Stompy. Get one more ducky. Take care of that real quick. And maybe we'll use the elevator while we're at it here. Since we're going to be in this maze anyway. The backtracking. Okay. Leto feet. Not too Malpic. Maporphic. Yay! Remember the names of the spells.
Hooray! Haha! We remember the names of the spells, right, Donald?
Sometimes I talk to my kids as Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, and they never appreciate it. They don't. I feel like dads should be appreciated for doing funny voices for their children on command. I feel like that should just be a more widely celebrated thing in life. Okay, ladder. We are going to, I guess, head downward. Well, we're not going to attempt a Goofy. I don't have a great Goofy voice. Hey, thanks very much. You know, I really like doing the two Mickeys to my mind. That's flesh colored Mickey, which has like a slightly lower register. It's the one that's like, "Hey kids, let's sing the hot dog song." And then there's the higher pitched Mickey for the Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, but he does like a tremolo, like in his voice where he's like,
Oh yeah, Minnie, I know all about that sort of thing.
he's like that. Oh, I love when he sings. Okay, we're getting into cartoon territory here. I love cartoons. Who doesn't love cartoons? If you don't love cartoons, you're not welcome to watch the stream. Flat out. Just that's I don't make the rules. Actually, yes, I do. We do make the rules. We are going to go. I'm going to go up first, just to kind of see what is all about that. So I need a about face here. If you have not, I've mentioned this multiple times on stream too. If you have not seen The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, you absolutely should watch that. A really, really funny modern cartoon from Disney. Like surprisingly funny. Oh, here we go. No, it's stupid Toga Llamas. I thought you were the stompy guy. Here we go. Someone approaches. Ooh, my feet. Caught to that. And then steal it. No. Come on. He's right there. Steal the... Uh-oh. Can we not get the item? I'm only stealing GP at this point. Uh-oh. Okay.
Miska, Mooska, Mouseketeers. Hot dog, hot dog, hot...
Ugh. That one. Don't watch that one. That's not great. We should teleport. We should teleport. No. Absolutely not. Oh, yeah. We won't. We're not going to do it. Suddenly Wizardry is Kingdom Hearts. Yes. You know what would improve? Can you steal in battle? I don't know. If I schmutz this guy, he comes back if I go to town, right? That's what I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know if I should take the risk. It doesn't look like we can actually steal here in battle. I don't know if I'd call Wizardry simple and clean. Simple and clean is the way. And you're making me feel tonight. Yeah, we're just going to run. Hard to let it go. Okay, so then I will go... We'll go ahead and just go south. So that we can... we can get him to respawn. Well, why weren't they stealing it? What was up with that? Can you only steal it once? And then there's like a big old issue or what? No, that's wrong. Wrong thing. Other thing. Yeah, we're going to go this way. Oh, hey, stuff. Trapless chest. It better be. There's a sword in there, y'all. Wait. No, I got turned around. I think this is the way. Okay. All right. It is the way. And we got to use item again. Blue candle. Oops, could have just did that. Okay. Find the stomper. Don't mess it up. I don't know. Can we steal it from him now? Because was it just like a pure luck thing? Because stole it like first try, the first time. But now it was just not working. Didn't I steal it twice this game? I guess? Yeah. You're right, yeah. Okay, so I'm glad that we didn't try for that then. We'll do the buy list, I think. Cuz I don't want to we could pilfer here forever and never get anywhere. Tigers, nope. Let's pool everything on this bro. And we got plenty of money. So we should be able to afford the rubber ducky. We just need to find the Mad Stomper again. Let's go this way. No, you're terrible at your job, Legolas. Terrible. Latumofis. Hey, I remembered a spell name. Miracles can happen. There can be miracles if you believe. Well, that wasn't the right way. Where am I? I just crossed a pit. And we are... I don't know. Where am I? Where am I? Lost my sense of direction. Oh, we're not going the right way at all. We're going the wrong way. Yeah, not the way I intended to go. So we'll just head on back. Okay. So this way. Ought to be. I don't know. Starting to give in to the despair. It's the lack of sunlight, honestly. It's the lack of sunlight in this game. If we were out exploring a verdant landscape, that'd be something. You better not mess this up. There we go. And we do want to go this way. There we go. Stomp, stomp. Let me save just in case. Okay. Well, we'll just buy it. Strange item. Ah, so many weird limitations. Like, all right, we did it. Found in a pool. Pool? I like to swim in the pools because it makes my feet feel good. All right, I'm out of here. We got the thing. Everybody's happy. Now we can go down to the next floor. Got the rubber duck. Save this game. Okay, now where am I? No, I keep going the wrong inspect. We are very close to the warps there, but I don't know that there's anything that I need up in there right now. Oh, we're in the heart of the maelstrom. Duh. At least it's not just gray anymore. Yeah, it's a little pizzazz. A little pizzazz. Okay, let's get on. Let's get out of here. I'm tired of seeing these down arrows. Jumped over the pit. We're going to go this way. Hooray! Huzzah! And hurrah. Almost made that mistake again. Okay, so now we need to turn down. Yeah, sure. Wait, Boromir, Gimli, Legolas. There we go. Okay, and then coming down. Oh, no. No! I don't think that was right. Yeah, that's wrong. That's the wrong way. It's the wrong way, you guys. How come nobody told me it was the wrong way? Oh boy. Getting impatient. We're going to do the impatient spell. Tilt-a-wait. Everybody get out. I'm going to go straight forward still. Okay, hang on. Go down. There we go. Found it. Blue candle. And stairs leading down to the green room. Hooray! Okay, now I need to open up a new level map. So let me go ahead and do that. Level 4 is very differently shaped than the last one. Okay, level 4 has got a lot of stuff in it. A lot of stuff. It's a very longish dungeon. Let me first find out where we landed on here. I think I know where I'm at. This way to Loons. Hallway closed for repairs. Use secret tunnel. I can't believe there's people that live down here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, yeah, know where I'm at now. There are a variety of rooms up ahead. There is quite a bit of real estate, putting it mildly. Okay, so now let me ask this. Do I need to go back to town in order to have this game saved? Or, like, what happens if I shut the system off right now? Like, I, quote-unquote, quick saved. Is that going to carry over to the next time? I would leave the Super Nintendo on, but we've had storms. Wizardry is kind of a jerk. You're just noticing now? Yeah, this is kind of a jerk. This is a little bit of a jerk. This thing. There's an elevator. Maybe we could see if I could get to the elevator. It should if you quick save here. Okay, are we sure, though? Because I don't want to lose a ton of progress. If not, I feel like that would be really, really nasty. If it did not properly save for us. So there's not the room that we want to go to. The Jigsaw Bank and Trust. Good for them. There's nada. Here we go. A black disc rests on the floor while you search. When you touch the disc, it begins to blink, and the following words appear. Access gate now activated. Okay, so this is a plate that opens a wall. Should have you quick save here and leave expedition. Thank you. Okay, got it. So, how far would you say I am from getting the elevator? Getting to the elevator here, because I could get to the elevator and get back up pretty quickly, but I don't know. It looks like I've got a significant puzzle here to solve. We might just have to save this for next time. We're going to save here. We're going to quit party. and we'll come back up here. And then if need be, we've got Frodo, or we can go ahead and restart an out party. So that should be it. All right. I think that's probably going to be the extent of my patience for Wizardry 5 today. I'm finding that, these 2.5 hour batches. If we're talking about non-extraneous things, like just things that could have been easily designed into the game, I don't even think you need save states. I think that multiple save files would solve a lot. Obviously, we could save scum the heck out of this thing with save states. But if we're talking actual game design, then yeah, multiple save files would be pretty great. That would have saved having to restart parties all over again for sure. Like dramatically would have helped. But it is what it is. This is what OG hardware does to people. It slowly twists them and turns good men cruel. But yeah, I think I reached my limit. We got pretty far today, though. It's honestly not like it wasn't that bad. Like we got pretty dang far. So let's see what we want to do. I guess we could go say hi to Kuwebs. Let me see if I spell this right. Kuwebs. Channel is intended for mature audiences. Game wants your party members to die, so you experience replacing them. Level 30 does helps, right? All right, folks. Hey, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.